Commerce. I saw Jason here. Welcome. Good to see you again. Department of Business and Professional Regulations, Madam Secretary, welcome. Nice to meet you. Career Source Florida, where you guys at? There you are. Good to have you guys, and of course all of our local Dixie County folks. Brian Fulford, the mayor, Mark Hatch, commissioner, and all the staff that's here. You guys have been good partners from day one. When Steve came down here and started this mill, and continue to be good partners. So thank you for your support and being here with us today. And then of course, I don't think any of us would be here without Miss Diane Schultz. There she is. Welcome back. Always good to be in your presence and have your company. So, and we have some Cross City Lumber folks. Morgan Thomas, the general manager back there. Wes Grant, who was the former president, now leads all of our strategic initiatives and capital projects. We keep him busy as we continue to look for opportunities to grow. Mr. Jason Lane, he's our controls manager. He makes, as Wes likes to say, he makes all the machines wiggle and giggle. So who else do we have here? And then of course Daniel Dickert, he's one of our shareholders and a titan in the industry and certainly locally. And Mr. Robert Pierce, our chairman of the board. Andy Chester, he's residing right there in front. Andy buys all of our wood for us and sells all of our residuals. So thank you guys for being in attendance and present here today. All right, a little bit about Cross City Lumber. Most of you guys probably know this mill was built in the late 1960s by Georgia Pacific. Unfortunately, they decided to close in 2007. And this site sat idle for just about 10 years, just over 10 years. Just a graveyard of a facility, a couple folks on security, that was it. And in 2017, the story's really cool and it can be long-winded, so I'll spare you those details, but really only by divine intervention, frankly. In 2017, the gentleman came down from South Florida, Steve Connor, and had an opportunity to restart the mill. And he did that. He actually came down because the site was going to be auctioned off, just like is happening in Perry this weekend. And so he came down to look for some equipment. He's in the sawmill business in Georgia, and he said it'd be a crying shame for this facility to be gutted and all the parts and pieces leaving here on scrap trucks. And he was able to cut a deal and restart this facility as an operating sawmill. But there was three things. If you talk to Steve, I remain friends with Steve today. He's close and a mentor of mine. But there was three things that really convinced him that this was a viable business opportunity for him to come down here. First and foremost, this is a multi-generational town of sawmillers. Sawmills in this town back to the 1920s. It's multi-generational today. We have grandfathers and grandsons that work here today. Brothers, our sawmill, we have two shifts at our sawmill. The father leads one production shift, the son leads another production shift. So, that really gave him confidence that there was a workforce here that was specific to sawmilling, that he could make this a success here. Secondly, this is timber country. The natural resource that's here, that's been here and managed, that's abundant and well managed for decades and decades and decades. So an abundant fiber basket that obviously could support logging the mill to make lumber. And the third was the folks that y'all represent here today, the local and the state support that was available to him to get started. So he was comfortable that there was going to be support, not just locally, but also at the state. And that's a testament, again, to all y'all's agencies. I mean, this is a success story for what y'all do every single day. We have 150 employees that come to work here every single day. We run around the clock except for Sundays. And it's a meaningful place for those folks to work. And we're proud that we give that opportunity to those folks. All right, so we're going to keep this quick because I know that you guys all have a tight schedule. Couple more facts. Well, one more fact. Since 2017, Cross City Lumber has received, it's committed $35 million of capital investments. Through the startup and over the last 5-6 years that we've been operating, this mill has received $35 million of capital investments from the earnings of this company over those years. And so we're proud of what we have. We'll give the opportunity for folks that want to do a quick windshield tour. We'll take you around. But a well-positioned sawmill and a well-stocked wood basket. You know, and we're fighting every day to make sure that that continues to be the case. So again, welcome. Continue your fellowship. Daniel's going to say a few words and maybe ask some questions. So y'all get ready. There's no telling what he's going to offer.